So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my overall thoughts on the Knicks because they're currently 47 and 25, just half a game out of Boston. Now these two teams will play later on in the regular season. Specifically, it will be April 9th. That's a home game. So if the Knicks get that, they've got the tiebreaker. And there are some tough teams that the Knicks are going to have to play before the end of the season. OKC, Houston, Charlotte is always going to be tough. We'll see them twice. But I think the Knicks are in a great spot. I mean, it's been such a roller coaster of a season. There's been times where I've thought that the Knicks are winning at all, and there's been times where I thought that they might struggle to get out of the first round. But right now, the Knicks are playing their best basketball of the season, and sure, they had some close games with Indiana, the close game with Brooklyn, but you can't tell me that a close game down the stretch makes the Knicks worse. Like, yeah, I'd love the Knicks to blow out the Nets by 40, but when you get into those clutch situations and you win, well, that's exactly what you want in the playoffs. Like a team like the Houston Rockets, for example, I mean, they have an under 500 record in clutch games this season, guys. They're 1-6 in overtime. So, like the Rockets, they've struggled in these close games. The Knicks have not. The Knicks are very good in clutch situations, and the reason for that is they've got Jalen Brunson. So the more close games the Knicks play, the better they're going to be in the playoffs because basically every game is going to be close. And certain mistakes can cost you everything, as we've seen from the Knicks. Like game one against the Pacers, if the Knicks didn't choke that and make dumb decision after dumb decision, like inbounding the basketball or going under a screen, then they probably go to the NBA Finals. And we're having a completely different discussion, right? I mean, nobody was disappointed with how it went. I thought it was an awesome season. But right now, I mean, yes, the Knicks do need to get to the finals. They need to win a championship. But I think they're set up to do that. Like Tibbs wasn't a bad coach, but he wasn't an elite coach. And he made a lot of mistakes, specifically not going to the bench and not slowing it down, things like that. And for the Knicks this season, Mikal Bridges at times has been uncoachable. Cat has been uncoachable. But you can see now that guys are starting to buy into their role. And yes, the Knicks are going to need Phoenix Mikal Bridges, who was second runner-up to Marcus Smart in Defensive Player of the Year. He's given you 18 whatever on efficiency. Like, yeah, the Knicks are going to need that Bridges to win. But Mikal, I mean, he's really started to get it going. And you can't just judge Mikal by his scoring. You have to judge him by his plus and minus, his defense, his decision-making, his effort. Like, all of that stuff you only know if you watch the games. And a lot of these big-time talk shows like ESPN, these guys are not watching every single Knicks game. I'm not saying I'm better than them, but literally, guys, I watch the games. I'm called Knicks Daily. Knicks is in my name this is going on Knicks Film Run. But you get my point, right? I've got two Knicks channels. And I do believe in Mikal. And the reason why the Knicks have had so much success lately is because of Cat. And I've said this time and time again, is that Jalen Brunson's the best player on this team, but he can't be the best player during a playoff run. I mean, maybe in terms of the numbers, but if the Knicks want to go to the finals and win, Cat is going to have to step up and give you 25 and 14 on high level efficiency. And then most importantly is on the defensive side of the ball, and that's what Cat has been doing. Like the Knicks have had the best defense for probably a month, if not longer now, because Cat has just bought in and he's gotten after it and he's not fouling. And you've got Mitchell Robinson behind him who's giving you basically over a board a minute, protecting the rim, catching lobs. OG Anunoby is starting to throw alley-oops to Mitch. He's getting downhill right on cue there as he throws it down with two hands. OG Anunoby, man, I said it a couple weeks ago. He's one of the best Knick players I've ever seen. I mean, he's probably a top 5 defender in basketball who gives you 18 to 20 a night. He's the best corner three-point shooter, at least one of the best in the league. And when the game's on the line, I trust OG to be able to make a play. And when he's aggressive, I mean, he's unstoppable. I mean, there's just something about OG, man, where when he's on, the Knicks just cannot be beat. And when you have guys like OG and Mikal next to Brunson and Cat, it makes their lives easier. And then Jordan Clarkson has now stepped in, and he's playing awesome defense. He's scoring every single night. He's not afraid of the bright lights, the big moment. Mohamed Diawara has come in, and I didn't expect anything out of him this season, but he's been a key rotation piece. Or maybe not a key rotation piece, but he's had like the game against San Antonio. I mean, last night he hit some threes. So Diawara is a player that you can trust every single night. And the Knicks didn't have a Clarkson, or they didn't have a Diawara. Or I mean, maybe they did, but they didn't really utilize it. Like we saw Shamit get going. Of course, we saw DeLon Wright last season, and Shamit has also been a big piece as well. So the Knicks have a bench. They're playing significantly better defense than they were last year. Jalen Brunson, basically the first couple of years he was here, it was a lot of hero ball and just kind of one-on-one, not even really trying to facilitate and not ball hogging necessarily, but Brunson was just trying to score, kind of ball hogging a little bit, but he had really no choice. But now Brunson isn't being asked to do that because other guys are stepping up. And that's the key for the Knicks is basically every issue that they had last season has been fixed, right? I mean, it's not a flawless team by any means, right? It'd go 7 against like the Pistons or the Celtics or OKC or Denver, whoever it may be. But that doesn't really matter because if the Knicks have home court, that's going to be a huge advantage because the Knicks currently on the season, when they're at home, have a record of 26-9, and then when they're on the road, 20-16. Now, if the Knicks get the 2 seed, they'd have home court throughout the first 2 rounds. If Detroit loses and doesn't go to the conference finals, the Knicks would have home court because they'd be the highest seed. And I do think that Cleveland could beat Detroit. I'm not saying they will, and the Knicks would still have to get by Boston. But I mean, the thing is that the Knicks are putting themselves in a very good spot for the playoffs. And another thing that I haven't even talked about is Josh Hart. Hart was a liability in the playoffs, man. I mean, you could, even a couple of months ago, you could argue that I know Hart's shooting a career high from 3, but teams are basically putting their big man on Josh Hart and daring him to make a play. And now all of a sudden, Hart is shooting the ball. He's also working off of the dribble. So once you have to come out and contest Josh Hart, because if you leave Hart, I mean, Hart's made his last, I think, 8 threes. So if you leave him open and you give him a look, I mean, that's not a good defensive possession. I mean, Hart is probably going to make 38 to 40% of those, and the Knicks are going to score a lot of points if that's the case. And then if you come up to help, well, now all of a sudden, Josh Hart has the ability to blow right by you and either get an assist or get to the free throw line or just get a dunk. I mean, OG, Mikal, Hart, these guys are shooting. Mikal has not shot the ball well lately, but the past couple of games, I thought he's looked good. Like, he's led the Knicks, I want to say, I don't remember his Brooklyn numbers, but like he's led the team in plus and minus a couple of the last several games. And that's what really matters. Like, Mikal could score 4 points, but if he's a plus 16, I mean, why would any Knick fan be complaining about that? Unless he's missing like every single shot. But Mikal has been efficient this season. People act like Mikal Bridges has to be a superhero because the Knicks gave up all those picks. And yeah, Mikal needs to be better, but we can't act like he's a bad basketball player, man. And I believe in him, man. I really do. I like Mikal a lot. I wanted the Knicks to get him. He was literally number 1 on my priority list, and I thought it would be a pipe dream to even get him, and the Knicks somehow made it happen. If I go back in time, I would still pull the trigger, because, again, the Knicks don't beat Boston without Mikal Bridges. That fourth quarter he had, those defensive plays. One of them was Mikal. The other one was more of help defense, like with Mitch and OG. And, man, if the Knicks need to stop, I mean, you got OG out there, Mitch, Mikal. That is going to be very, very dangerous for opposing teams to have to deal with. So I think the Knicks' ceiling is higher with Mikal. And really all I care about is the playoffs. Like, if Mikal gives the Knicks a good playoff run and they win a championship, no Knicks fan is going to be, oh my God, the Knicks, they freaking cap themselves by trading 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges. Like, yeah, it doesn't look great right now, but again, the Knicks have a better chance to win a championship with Mikal versus 5 picks. And yeah, maybe they could have got Giannis. Maybe they could have made a move here. But Giannis, with his injury concerns, I mean, that is kind of the thing here. I mean, I'd rather just take Mikal, who's available every single night, not over Giannis, but I'm saying, like, I like the trade, man. I still do. And I have this biasness. I don't know how to put that into a word. But there's something about me where I just always have the backup players, maybe sometimes when I shouldn't. But I refuse to say that Mikal Bridges is not going to have a good playoff run. I think he is going to show up in big moments and hit some shots and get some stops as Mikal hits a fall-away baby jumper right there. I'm just hyped for the playoffs, man. I literally remember Game 6 losing to Indiana. I remember just, man, it sucked, bro. Like, I thought the Knicks had it. And then I remember just, I won't forget just sitting in my car for an hour straight. Like, I ended up going out to a bar, and like I just sat in my car for an hour before I even went in. And I was like, holy shit. The Knicks had it, man. They let it slip away. But now here they are right back. And as they stay healthy, man, and they get that 2 seed, I'm going to be feeling very, very good about it. But the only thing that concerns me is like elite defensive teams like Detroit and Boston and OKC. I think they're going to be able to put together strong game plans for the Knicks. But Mike Brown was brought in here to be able to make those decisions and put his team in a spot to win and to play the bench. And Mike Brown hasn't been perfect, but I do think that he will be able to get it done. Like, as long as guys kind of buy in, like the defense has been awesome, and then the Knicks are also scoring at literally a franchise high. I mean, the Knicks have scored like 130. I forget the stat. It was either 120 or 130, but they've had more of those than they ever have in any single season. So, yeah, I believe in the Knicks. I absolutely do. And I can't believe I'm saying that because there was a lot of times this season where I just looked at the Knicks and I was like, man, I mean, they're good, but I don't think they're great. But now it's like, I think the Knicks actually are a great team, man. I'm not saying historically, but I do think that they're one of the top three teams in the league. I'd probably go OKC, Boston, and then the Knicks. Now, not in order, but I think those are the three best teams. I do think that if the Knicks have preparation, they beat Detroit. I mean, who's scoring on the Pistons besides Cade? And then like other teams, I mean, I don't know, man. Lakers have been hot, but like the Knicks just have so much talent, and what they do at MSG, you can't ignore. So yeah, guys, I do think that the Knicks will go to the NBA Finals this season, and I'm gonna keep making videos every single day. My name is Nick's Film Room, and until next time, my friends, peace. Have a great rest of your Monday.